Okay, everybody. Ask and you shall receive. I was told the class was not as intense, so we're gonna up the ante just a little bit. Everybody's gonna have so much fun. With that being said, today's class is a bit more intense than they have been in the past, so feel free, please take those modifications if you need them. It will be heavy on the shoulders, just holding yourself upright. There's always the option to go down on your knees for a movement as well, so please feel free to take that or just ask me for a modification. I'm more than willing to show you one. I will probably be shaking too, so do not worry, do not feel bad. It is a little intense today, a little lengthy. Still that 30-minute yoga flow, but heavy Pilates based today. So much fun, so exciting. Just trying to be sure that we're using all of our muscles, staying intentional, keeping that mind-muscle connection. If a movement's supposed to be felt in your shoulders, you should be feeling it in your shoulders. If you don't, let me know, and I will critique in whatever way we need to feel it in the shoulders. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on our knees in that child's pose. Walking our hands forward. Focusing on your breath. You might try box breathing here. In for 4, out for 4. Hold and repeat. Bring awareness into all 4 corners of your body. You might try wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, feeling your forearms pressed into the mat. Lifting your hips high, feeling a deep bend throughout your shoulders here. Releasing any negative energy that no longer serves you. Setting your intentions for today's class. Option to rock side to side here, just to add a little bit of flow. Waking up your hips. Taking one more big deep breath in. And on your exhale, go ahead and push yourself up into that tabletop position. We're going to start those cat-cow series. Remember, on your inhale, go ahead and arch your spine downward, lifting your chest up to the ceiling. And on your exhale, using your navel, lifting yourself upward, finding that upward arc in your spine. Inhale, arching down, chest up. Exhale, arching backward. Doing this at your own pace, with your own breath. Whatever feels comfortable to you. You might try adding a rock forward and backward if that feels comfortable to you, or taking spine circles. Taking one more big deep breath in. And exhale, uncurling your toes, tucking them underneath of you, using the heels of your palms to push yourself up into that downward dog. Pedaling your feet just to wake up the backs of your legs here. Really making sure our hips are high. We're using the heels of our palms and our shoulders to press into the mat, keeping our weight off of our wrists. Taking one big deep breath in. And exhale, we're going to bend our knees down, keeping our shoulders stacked over our wrists. Inhale and exhale, pushing back up into that downward dog. Inhale, lower, bending our knees. Hovering, exhale, coming back up into that downward dog. Inhale, lower. Exhale, pushing up, downward dog. Deepening the stretch into our downward dog every time. Doing one more here, going down. Exhale, pushing up. On your next inhale, we're going to take one vinyasa. So coming into your high plank, shoulders stacked over your wrists. Exhale, slowly lowering down using your triceps. Exhale, coming up, upward dog. Tops of your feet should be pressed into the mat. Taking one big deep breath in. And exhale, lowering all the way down to the ground. Placing our palms under our shoulders. Taking another deep breath here. Exhale, we're going to extend our arms all the way in front of us, going into our swimmers. So pulling your arms back 90 degrees, pinching your scapula together. Inhale, pushing forward. Exhale, pinching your scapula together. Inhale forward. Exhale, pinching together. Doing this with your own breath, at your own pace, staying slow and in control. Option to increase the intensity here by lifting up your feet. Really making sure we're activating all muscles here, using your spine, your glutes, and your shoulders. One more. Inhale. And exhale, bringing your palms back, keeping them underneath your shoulders, taking one deep breath here. And exhale, pushing back into that child's pose. Holding here for one more deep breath, just to stretch out your shoulders a little bit more. Crawling your fingers out with every breath, really trying to deepen that stretch. And on your next exhale, go ahead and push yourself upward, coming into that tabletop position. This time we're going to lift our left arm up and our right leg up, coming into those bird dogs, letting your elbow and your knee meet on your inhale, and exhale, bringing them outward again, engaging your core, really finding balance here, moving with your breath. Pushing with your glute, hands stacked over, remembering to breathe. Go ahead and extend one more time, leaving them outward, finding length through your fingertips and your toes. I'm going to go into our windshield wipers now. Exhale, going to the side, trying to stay balanced. Inhale, finding length. Exhale, pushing arm and leg to the side. Inhale, finding length. You should feel a little bit of a burn here. That's okay. Still maintaining your breath. For one more. And inhale, go ahead and lower your leg back to the ground. And palm, bringing your palm down to a 90-degree angle. The bend, lifting your right leg up one more time. Go ahead and bring that knee, your right knee, to your right elbow, crunching in. Exhale, finding length through your toes. Inhale, bring knee to elbow. And exhale, length through toes. Go ahead and do this 4 more times, really engaging your core and your glute. Still keeping balanced, slow, and in control. And on your next exhale, go ahead and leave your knee outward. We're going to go into our hydrants. So coming down and lifting all the way back up, almost like a clamshell opening. Down and up, lifting with your exhale, lowering with your inhale. Trying to keep your hips stacked over your knee. Doing this with your breath. Keeping that mind to muscle connection. Should feel a little bit of a burn in your glute now. Do this 2 more times. And on your next exhale, go ahead and lower all the way down to the ground. Lift yourself up, coming into that tabletop, curling your toes underneath of you, pushing through the heels of your palms, finding that downward dog one more time. Taking a nice, deep, relaxing breath here, pedaling out your feet. On your next exhale, go ahead and walk your hands to your feet, finding that forward fold hang. Pedaling your knees out if needed. One big deep breath in. And exhale, coming all the way up to standing, letting your fingertips reach through the ceiling, taking those side bends if needed. And exhale, slowly lowering down, palms to prayer, finding that chair pose. We're gonna go into those chair pose squat pulses, so going up and down, really engaging your thighs, your quads, your glutes, using your breath. Go ahead and do this 3 more times. Deep breath in, exhale. And coming all the way back up, fingertips reaching through the ceiling. Inhale and exhale, diving forward, me into that forward fold hang one more time. Letting your spine relax and lengthen. Deep breath in and exhale. Go ahead and walk your hands forward one more time, coming into that high plank. Slowly lowering down, taking another vinyasa. Pushing yourself upward, tops of feet into the mat. Upward dog. Option to look over your shoulders. Adding a little bit more of a stretch. And exhale, slowly lowering all the way down, pushing back into a child's pose. Slowly walking your fingertips forward. Deep breath in. And exhale, slowly coming up all the way onto your knees, interlacing your arms behind your back, opening your chest to the ceiling. Careful not to shrug your shoulders here, really trying to push them away. Stretching out your neck side to side, if that feels comfortable to you. One big deep breath. Option to increase the intensity here by coming forward, still having those arms interlaced. Taking one more big deep breath in. Exhale, coming back up, unhooking your hand and stepping your right leg forward. Finding that low lunge. Walking your knee out to the outside of your mat, setting your left palm down on the ground, pushing your right knee outward. Slowly trying to deepen that stretch for your hips on every exhale. Taking one more big deep breath in. On that exhale, if you'd like to increase the intensity here, go ahead and bring both palms down to the floor and walk them forward. If not, feel free to stay in that knee pushing position. Deep breath in. And exhale, walking your hands back. Go ahead and reach your right arm upward. We're going to start those thread the needles. So reaching your right arm up and bringing it down in between, behind your left. Exhale, coming all the way up. And inhale, threading between. For 4. Using your breath, really trying to open up your shoulders here. Doing this one more time. Really trying to deepen that stretch. And exhale, bringing your hand back down. Stepping your right foot back, coming into that tabletop position. We're going to do the same thing with the other side now. So lifting your right arm up and lifting your left leg up. Start those crunches one more time. Knee to elbow, really keeping your core engaged. Exhale, finding length. Knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Really trying to use your glutes and your triceps, engaging your core, finding that balance. Let's do this 4 more times. Really feeling the burn. If it makes you feel better, I'm shaking too. And last one, staying long, keeping those fingertips and those toes pointed outward. Let's maneuver into those windshield wipers, so moving them side to side. Exhale, side. Inhale, forward. Exhale, side. Inhale, forward. If your shoulder's starting to feel a little sore, feel free to take your forearm to the mat just to relieve a little bit of pressure there. For 2 more. And 1. Lowering down, bending your left arm to 90, keeping your right forearm on the ground. And go back into those crunches, taking your left knee, meeting your left elbow, and sending it backward on your inhale. Exhale down, inhale up. Keep doing this with your own breath, engaging your glute, staying strong in your abdomen, making sure we're remembering to breathe. Only 2 more. And 1, really reaching our knee down to our elbow, leaving it there. We're going to go into those hydrant pulses, so bringing your leg up, exhale, inhale, lower, exhale, up, keeping that knee bent, trying to keep your hips stacked over your knee. For 3 more, remembering to breathe. And last one, up, coming down, pushing ourselves back, finding a well-deserved child's pose here. Rocking side to side if that feels comfortable to you. Taking a deep breath. And on your next exhale, pushing yourself back up, tabletop position. Uncurling your toes, finding strength in the heels of your palms, and pushing yourself back into a downward dog, pedaling out your feet. Trying to keep your navel lifted, your pelvis tilted, finding a stretch through your shoulders here. We're going to return to our downward dog flow. So exhale, bending your knees, finding your shoulders stacked above your wrists. And exhale, pushing backward into a downward dog. Inhale, bending knees, stacking shoulder over wrists. Exhale, pushing back, downward dog. Doing this with your breath. Feeling a little bit of a burn through your arms here. Doing this for 2 more. Inhale down. Exhale, pushing back. Last one on your inhale, bending your knees down. Go ahead and set them all the way down to the mat. Pushing backward and interlacing your hands behind your back one more time. Feeling a little bit of relief for your shoulders here. Bending side to side. Try not to shrug your shoulders. Finding a nice stretch through your neck. Option to increase the intensity again by leaning forward. Still keeping those hands interlaced. Deep breath in. And exhale, coming all the way back up. Stepping your left foot in front of you. Finding that low lunge one more time. Walking your foot to the outside of your mat. Pressing your right palm into the floor. Pushing your left knee outward. Taking a deep breath here. Slowly letting yourself fall deeper into the stretch. Deep breath in. Option to increase the intensity by placing both palms on the floor and walking forward just a little bit further. Still trying to keep your back flat. Slowly deepening with every exhale. One more deep breath in. Exhale, go ahead and walk your hands back. Doing thread the needle one more time, lifting your left arm up. Inhale and exhale, wrapping it through. Inhale, reach. And exhale, wrapping it through. Doing this 3 more times with your own breath. One more time. Inhale, reach. And exhale, now placing your palms on the floor. Go ahead and walk yourself back. Gonna sit crisscross applesauce on the mat now. Bringing both feet right in front of you. Slowly lowering down. Halfway. Lifting both feet up off of the ground. Reaching your hands on either side of you, holding here, engaging your core. Taking a deep breath here. One more time. Exhale, go ahead and lower your feet all the way down. Bringing one knee up, pulling it inward towards you. We're gonna rotate our knees. So lifting left and lifting right. Still keeping our core engaged, our pelvis tilted, staying lifted through our shoulders. Keeping that mind and muscle connection. For one more time. And exhale, lowering both feet to the ground. Pushing your hands behind you. We're going to come into a reverse plank here. Lifting your pelvis up off the ground. Deepening that stretch through your shoulders. Activating your triceps. Lifting yourself up. Taking a nice deep breath in. And exhale, lowering all the way down. Slowly bringing yourself down vertebra by vertebra. You're going to find that glute bridge, pushing up through the heels of your feet, twisting your pelvis upward and pushing. Option to increase the intensity here by interlacing your hands behind your back and coming up onto your shoulders. Still keeping those glutes engaged, pressing through the floor with your heels of your feet. Deep breath in. And exhale, slowly lowering down. Go ahead and take your right leg, hooking it over your left, grabbing the back of your left hamstring, pulling it close to you. Option to rock side to side if that feels comfortable. Trying to pull your leg closer to you on every exhale. Still keeping your shoulders on the floor. Deep breath in. And exhale, sending both hands to either side of your body, pressing flat into the floor, letting your hips fall to the left. Finding length on every inhale, deepening that twist through your spine on every exhale. Taking another big deep breath in. And exhale, coming back up into center, unhooking your right leg from your left. Lifting your left leg up now and hooking it over your right, grabbing onto the back of your right hamstring. Gently pulling it closer to you. Rocking side to side if that feels comfortable. Taking one big deep breath in. And on that exhale, go ahead to send your hands to either side of your body and letting your hips fall to the right. Finding length on your inhale and deepening that twist through your spine on every exhale. Still trying to keep your shoulders planted flat on the floor. Letting yourself relax into this stretch. Taking one more deep breath in. Exhale, coming back up into center, unhooking your left from your right leg, bending the soles of your feet together, letting your knees open outward, placing one hand on your heart one hand on your stomach. We're going to meet here for our last few breaths of class today. Taking this time to set your intentions for the rest of the day or clear your mind. Bringing awareness into all four corners of your body. You might try wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, feeling the back of your head pressed into the mat. Box breathing here. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold and repeat. Breathing out any negative energy that no longer serves you. Slowly letting your body sink into the floor. That brings us to the end of today's class. Feel free to stay and stretch. I'm not kicking you out, I promise. Feel free to message me with any suggestions you might have for the next class. But thank you all for coming. I look forward to seeing you all next week.